have money. Mostly what I'm going to talk about is good news, which is always good, but there are a few things we do need to address. We do a dashboard that's given to the directors at every meeting. I'd encourage you guys, if you have questions, to ask the directors to look at that dashboard. It basically has key performance indicators on it, about 5 or 6 items that kind of give us an idea of how we're doing. And I'll go over a little bit of that where we're at right now. First key performance indicator is money in the bank. Right now we're up $300,000 over where we were this time last year. Pretty good. Absolutely. We have a mortgage on a couple properties. We have a bingo hall. You guys all, how many people have been to the bingo hall? You guys really should go up and check out your property, because it's your property. It's a beautiful facility. And we've got a little place down in around Bedford that a lot of us hang out for about a week a year. Yeah. The debt on that is down $60,000 this year. We're current on all payments. We're getting that thing paid off. So we've got more money in the bank, debt's going down. There's a lot of companies, big companies, would like to be able to say that. Gaming, talking about the bingo hall. Even with the economy as it is, or maybe because of the way the economy is, we're $76,000 up from this time last year. So that bingo hall is starting to really perform well. Motorcycle Safety Division. The dollars there are dropped off what looks like it'll be about $40,000 this year. That is attributable to the fact that there were about 1,000 fewer people we taught. So that's not a bad drop in the dollars, but it's a bad drop in the number of people we taught. Again, we're a victim of the economy just like everybody else. There's not a lot we're going to be able to do about that, but that's not a significant problem. The one thing that I guess bothers me about the dashboard, because all that's pretty good, is membership. As Jay alluded, we've got to keep our membership going. We've got to get fresh blood in. Some people under 30, some people under 50. I just hit 50 this year. Membership money right now is down $79,000. That equates to about 3,000 members fewer than we had this time last year. And we don't have exact statistics till the end of the year on this. We know where some of that's at. 1,000 comes from those 1,000 people who didn't get trained this year. Another 1,000 comes from the fact that we had about 1,000 fewer people renew their membership at the boogie. Again, that's probably an economic situation. So that leaves about another 1,000 that's probably economic as well. So I would challenge all of us to go out and find some members. You need to talk about your organization. And if somebody says, well, I can't afford that, people will spend money on something they see value in. And that's what you have to impress upon them. There's value here. Now, that value to them may be they can get into the boogie. That value may be they can go support one of their favorite charities through us. Hopefully, we're their favorite charity. That value may be that they can go to the legislature and make sure our damn rights are protected. But that's what you got to do. Everybody here needs to go out and get a member. I would challenge every one of you. I would bet every one of you has a motorcycle friend who's not a member of ABATE of Indiana.
Maybe not every one of them has a friend.
Okay. Jay don't have any friends. The rest of us all have some friends. Jay's out. But think about that. You've got friends who are not members. Encourage them. I'd like to see us run out of those little rockers that say recruiter on them. So everybody, it's not that tough. Just talk up the organization. Talk up why you like the organization. Drag them to a meeting. Drag them to a party. Get them in the organization. Even if they just want to come to the organization for a party. Once we get them in, we can teach them what we do. We can teach them how we affect legislation, how we protect their rights to continue motorcycling. So I know this is supposed to be a fiscal conversation, but membership is near and dear to my heart, and I think it should be near and dear to everybody's hearts. There's two things that make things work. In a human body, you've got blood and air. If either one of those are missing, you're dead. In a combustion engine, you've got air and gas. Without them, it doesn't run. In an organization, you've got to have money and members. And that's what keeps us running, the combination of the two. And now I'll get off my horse about membership, but just get out there and get some members. Bedford Park Management, Lawrence County. We have a little housekeeping there. We have merged the two corporations. There's some economic savings there, some benefits. So we will be down to 3 corporations. Essentially, they were doing the same thing anyway. Shouldn't have any major effect. The property is doing better every year. For those of you who don't know, there is a group who's doing races down there, 2 times a year right now. The last board meeting, they had that race that weekend. It was pretty impressive, the number of guys coming in there. So continuing to look for ways to utilize that property, and it's working out well. So the other thing I wanted to make sure, I get a lot of questions this weekend. A lot of questions, because people seem not to want to ask in open forums. One of the things that I keep hearing is we've been wondering. I would encourage you guys, when you've got a question, especially on the financials or anything, email when you got the question. You leave a meeting and you go, they didn't really explain that very well. Drop an email off to Tina if it's about the financials, and she or I will get back to you. We'll let you know. There's no secrets. It's open books. We certainly can't publish. If we published everything, the magazine would be twice as big. But if you've got a question, let's quash it. Don't go creating a rumor that something's missing or something's misappropriated. Just ask the question. We'll tell you. We want to make sure this organization stays strong, and that's the only way to do it is good communication. So let's do that. Again, it's been a good year, folks. Money's up, debt's down. We've got to keep our eye on the ball and continue to make this the best state motorcycle rights organization in the country. Thank you.